Hey guys, so I need to hold that. I just wanted to make a quick video. I'm not sure how well this is going to work. I'm outside. But I just met with the doctor. It's been about 2.5 hours ago. And I was in there. Actually, I guess I met about 3.5 hours ago, maybe. And first I met with the resident, the first year resident. He's very nice, and he was in there for about 45 minutes, and then he went out and looked at my CT scan and talked to the actual doctor I was seeing, the pediatrician at that point. And then I actually got to see the GI doctor I will be following up with, depending on the tests that come, or the results when they come back. And so all in all, it was really good. They decided today not to do the liver biopsy. My blood was a little thin when they did the test this morning, and after talking to me, seeing the difference that my doctor described me last time he saw me in August when he made the referral. It was like the first week of August, or something like that. And today he decided that we didn't need to do the biopsy right now, and we were going to hold off on that. So yeah, the preliminary diagnosis right now is I did have hepatitis, and it was medicine induced. So they've ruled it down to, he thinks that there's 2 medicines that could have caused me to have hepatitis, and that when I stopped them in August, it allowed my body to, it took several weeks, but my body was able to then get over the hepatitis. And the 2 medicines he said it could have been the culprit is the ace-butyl or the Sextrol that I was on for my SVT, or the Mestinon that they had tried me on, since I was still taking it at that point. Or they had tried me on it again, and so yeah, he is running a bunch of tests. And when I say a bunch of tests, I mean, he ordered 15 different tests, and they drew 10 vials of blood, which is literally, they took a pint of blood from me, is what the lady told me, for tests. She said she just kind of saw me get a little more pale, and so I was like, that's a lot of blood. So I've been drinking a lot of sugar. And yeah, I'm supposed to have those test results back next week. He is checking my liver function, just like the general, to see what my liver enzymes are doing. He thinks that they're back to normal already, so he's not really expecting to find anything there. He is testing me for all the hepatitis again. He said that he knows they were negative in mid-August, but that doesn't mean that they wouldn't come back positive now. And he's testing me for mitochondrial disease, but he's just doing the blood work part, which makes no sense because I thought that was like a muscle biopsy, but whatever. He is checking, there's so many things he was checking, it was insane. I can't even remember. I'll have the results back on Thursday when I call, and I can't wait to see what they say. I really hope they are negative, or not necessarily negative, but everything's back to normal. Let's put it at that. We might not have answers at that point, but if everything is back to normal, then we know that it was medicine induced, and then we just have to do the trial and error to see if either one of them, if we could figure out which one it was. He said, sorry, there's the bugs, that it would be possible to, for me to remain taking, especially the Sectrol, since it could help me and I didn't have to take it all the time. But if that one was the one that was giving me problems, I would have to have blood work done very routinely. Actually, he said more than routine. It would have to be frequently. So that would, I think he said like weekly to bi-weekly is what I would have to have blood work done at that point. So that's not exciting. But I was really impressed with the digestive health office down here. Like, they're so nice, and I made a good impression on them. Apparently, I went ahead and told the lady that I was going to need the fall bracelet because I know how the cardiology office is, and so before they even ask the questions, the question is, have you fallen? Well, I don't consider myself falling. Like, losing balance is falling to me. Like, if you lose balance and trip over something, that's different than like having a syncopal episode or completely just passing out and falling. That, to me, you're not necessarily falling, it's just gravity takes over. So I went ahead and told her, I was like, I pass out, I need the fall bracelet. And she was really nice about it, and apparently was just in Boone, so we talked about that. And the doctor that I will be following up with, Dr. Weinberg, was just in Boone. And my favorite was, well, where do you live in Boone? And I was like, in Boone? Like, and he goes, okay, I meant like in town or out of town. And I was like, in town? Like, okay, I don't know what else you want from me. But he was really nice. And then the lady who's like the receptionist, who checks you in and checks you out, and she had to order all my labs. She just got a sheet of paper that had like all these X's on them, and she really liked me. She was like, I like you because you're not pushy, and because we had to figure out when I was going to call, because he just goes, call next week. Okay, well, I don't think it's Friday. And I'm going, well, I'll call, mid next week. That's a week from now, right? And she was like, did he tell you when to call next week? And I was like, yeah, he just said next week. And she goes, like, Monday? Or she goes, it's Friday, so when does he want you to call? And I was like, oh, well, I don't know. And so I was like, well, what labs is he ordering? And I think that's at first when she was just like, well, I don't understand. And I was like, well, that's the same day lab, that's the same day lab, that's the same day lab, that's a send out lab in Boone, and we got it back the next day. We get it back the next day, so that shouldn't. And she was just like, okay. So we decided on Thursdays when I want to call for my results. And we should have everything back, because he's checking like A&A. I don't even know what that is. I guess I could like, yeah, I don't know. Let's see. What else? Oh yeah, she definitely, she's really nice. And when I told her, I was like, she goes, I'm just gonna send you across the hall to our lab. And I was like, does your lab deal with people that are really bad sticks? It's just like really hard to find. And I was like, some days. She goes, I'm gonna send you over to the 7th floor. And I was like, oh, Janeway Tower. And she was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, okay, I know where I'm going. I see the cardiologist over there. bad. So that it was really nice. I went over there, way too much blood, but that's okay. So and I'm really impressed. I don't know if anyone else has had this problem, but you get a referral somewhere, and then you get to the doctor's office or the hospital, clinic, and they don't have a clue why you're there. They don't have any information on you that you thought that the doctor's office was going to send, or you were told that they were going to send. Well, it never got there. And my gosh, Dr. McCracken, the new GP I have, he sent it. He sent all my stuff. I wanted to cry. Except I have this really hot resident sitting right there, and I was like, oh my god, I'm so excited. And he got excited because I had all my medical records. It was like Christmas for both of us. And yeah, I have to go down there and just say a special thanks to them, because it was amazing that they actually had that and sent it. So yeah, that's all I have for now. I need to go back inside because it's really hot. I thought I'd sit outside for a few minutes, and yeah, I hope everyone's doing well, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.